One of the reasons we might not rest well is because the challenges in our life are bigger than our ability to handle them. Not our perceived ability to handle them, but our actual ability to handle them. That was the case in Deuteronomy chapter 20 for the Israelites, where God said, you're going to go into the promised land and you're going to face all of these nations and you're going to look at their horses and you're going to look at their chariots and you're going to come to one very obvious conclusion. Their army is a lot bigger than yours. And it's not going to feel good. He said, you're going to feel panicked, you're going to feel terrified, you're going to feel afraid, you're going to feel discouraged, you're going to feel all of those things. And then he said, good luck. No, he didn't say that. No, he said, you don't need to feel any of those things. And why? He said, because God is going to go with you, and God is going to fight for you, and God is going to give you the victory. And what are they going to have to do? Well, just let God do what he was going to do. God was going to go with them, God was going to fight for them, and God was going to give them the victory. He was going to do that. Those descriptive words that God used to describe how the Israelites would be feeling, terrified, afraid, panicked, all those different things. Doesn't it remind you of how the disciples are described as feeling when they're locked away in an upper room on Easter evening after Jesus has died, and very few of them have seen Jesus alive, but they're locked away because they're afraid, it says. They're afraid. They looked at the challenges facing them and they were bigger than their ability to handle them. And then right in the middle of that terrifying experience, suddenly Jesus appears. And the first word out of his mouth, peace. Peace to you, he says. And then their mood changed. Then it says the disciples were full of joy. They weren't afraid anymore. They weren't terrified. They weren't discouraged. They weren't dismayed. And what made the difference? It wasn't just what Jesus said. It was something significant about the Jesus who said it. Jesus was dead. But then he wasn't. He was alive. And can you think of a bigger challenge to overcome in our lives than death? Or than our sin that causes death? I don't know that we can. And if Jesus defeated that enemy, all on his own, without our help, giving us the victory over sin and death, then there isn't a challenge you need to be afraid of. Not because you're so strong, not because you're so able, but because God goes with you too. And he fights for you. And he gives you the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. So rest well tonight, my friends. God goes with you.